No, no, just on time. We're just getting set up. Hey, let me ask you: is the screen blurry to you, or is it just me? Not blurry. That's good. All right. Well, good. It's just me then. I can deal with that. Welcome, Jeff. Welcome, Kathy. Sorry, I know you're a regular by now. So getting excited, Kathy. Excited for the conference. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be there early in the morning when it starts, but I definitely want to get there before your time, your presentation. Yeah, I'll be there before then. I just don't know if I can be there at 9. What exactly? I know you're setting up a tent and everything, but you're going on before Meldrum. So what are you guys actually doing? Hello, Jeff. Welcome. That's pretty cool. I mean, you guys deserve it. Just this week alone, there's been like um, so much cool stuff coming out of that group. I don't know who Josh Lewis is. I don't know if he's a new guy to the group or what, but I've never seen anything from him before. But man, he has come forward with some serious stuff like that pagan Bigfoot. That's amazing. Very impressive stuff. I'm going to contact him about using some of his pictures in an upcoming video. know my voice sounds like crap right now. I'm gonna tell you guys, I got the ick, something big time, and they've tested me for everything but the bubonic plague, and apparently I don't have nothing. But I don't know. You say in Florida, like, this ain't nothing. Hey everybody, it's J Mac and welcome to Bigfoot Input Live. We're just getting started here, so feel free to throw out anything that you want to talk about, anything you find interesting. We'll pretty much talk about anything, I think. You know, cryptid related, paranormal, whatever. I was hoping to be able to get some shirts made for Bigfoot Input before the conference. I don't know if that's going to be able to happen or not, because it might be too short of a notice now. I may have procrastinated too long, but we'll see what we can do. I don't know. If not, I'll wear one of my other 10 Bigfoot shirts. What do you have, like 4 or 5 people in your group now? That's cool. We'll definitely we'll catch you guys there at the booth. There's probably some other speakers we're going to check out while we're there. I don't think we're going to stay the entire day. You know, kind of a drive back home, but we definitely want to come out for a while. Hey, Giga Chad, welcome. You guys know how it goes. Throw out anything you want to talk about, any questions, anything new and exciting. There's been a lot going on this week. I feel like I've been gathering information for the last week and a half. I haven't really been able to go anywhere with it. Yeah, I don't know, man. What do you think? I mean, I thought it was interesting. I've actually captured things like that on film, like clouds that have 90-degree angles, corners and stuff like that. I don't want to jump too far down the rabbit hole and say well, it's You know, it's the government, and they're using clouds to camouflage alien ships and this, and there's a lot of conspiracies. And I mean, I just look at that cloud and I'm like, yeah, like something's wrong there, right? Um, it just doesn't add up for me. I don't know what it is, but it's something, and it was really wild to me. So I've seen other stuff too. Like if you get online and look up square clouds, man, you'll see like they're not quite cube shaped like that, but you'll see like flat square clouds that cover like a lot of distance, and they have these like incredibly sharp edges. You know, and I mean that just, you know, nature doesn't really have 90-degree edges for the most part, right? Oops. What the hell's a whoop? What's up, Leroy? We are here. Oh, if you guys, I don't know, you may have already seen it, but if you haven't, did anybody see that creature on the guardrail in Texas? It was during a tornado. Yeah, I don't know what a woot is either. I was wondering that myself. But anyway, so it's like perched up on a guardrail, like during like a tornado warning or something of some newscast, and they inadvertently catch this creature sitting on a guardrail. Did anybody see that? If you have the capability of, like, if you have a different device, or you can go, I don't know how you're set up, but if you can go look at the channel right now, if you go to the community where I post pictures, I just posted it before I started this live. It is seriously one of the wildest things I've ever seen. Being that it was during a live newscast, it's not, you know, faked or anything. This creature looks like, I mean, it looks like a gargoyle, but I would say more accurately, it kind of looks like, I hate to use the word dogman, but it's true. It kind of has a flatter face, but yeah, it's got something in its mouth. It's a wild picture. It's big and muscular too. I mean, it looks like it could, but it's not like, not big like a Sasquatch. It's just muscular. Chad, it's on our page, on Bigfoot Input page. Um, I gotta be honest, I'm not on the receiving end of where I post pictures. I don't know. I go to the community tab and I post the pictures. It's where I post the events and stuff like that. It's somewhere on our like front page there. You go to Bigfoot Input. There should be like a community section. This thing is a hulking beast, though. I mean, you can't look at that and like deny, you know. Really, a blob. Okay. There's always a critic, I guess, but you know, it's just that thing is that's a beast. Yeah, I have no idea what it has in its mouth. I caught that too. I was like, it looks like it bit into something and it's carrying it with it. But I mean, you can see the eyeballs and everything and the muscle definition. Um, I don't know, but I think it's wild that they caught this thing on live television. I mean, they were just talking about a tornado warning, and this thing is just perched on the guardrail on its way off the highway, I guess. Yeah, I think what caught me is how flat the face was. Um, it doesn't quite look like a Bigfoot because of its stature, but it looks more like a dog man, but not really. There's no muzzle or anything, so it was. I don't know. It was very interesting to me. I have no idea what that thing is, but I'm definitely I'm gonna deeper dive into it in one of our newer videos. Let me see, Kathy. Hang on. I'm gonna go out of the chat here and see if I can find it. I mean, the chat's still going, but not for me. Okay, here we go. Community posts aren't currently available on this device. Oh, hell. Oh, I can't access it then. That's weird. I wonder why. I don't know. For some reason, I can't access it, Kathy. So I will, um, I will email it to you after this live. I just posted it like literally 5 minutes before I went live, so it's on that community page. But it's telling me that um, I can't. Yeah, I can't access it for some reason from my tablet, which is what I'm on. So I don't know why that is, but yeah, like I said, if you can't find it, I'll email it to you as soon as we're done here. Yeah, Leroy, there's tons of cryptids there. Like, I mean, most notably the Grassman, which is most likely just a adaptation of a Sasquatch or Bigfoot, just like a skunk ape. Excuse me, guys. Ooh. I mean, I think there's exaggerated reports of 12-footers, but I don't think 10 foot is outside the realm of possibility. 10 foot, 8 to 10 is typically where the reports lie. Patty was somewhere around 6'4", 6'5", but that's a female. So, imagine that male species would be 8 to 9. So yeah, I think 10 is about where the cap is. I think that YouTube would do themselves a huge favor if they would upgrade this live chat and let you post pictures and things like that. That would be ideal. But Kathy, I showed your picture of the I don't even know what to call it. We'll say the building, the structure that you had sent me last week. I showed that to Q, and she immediately kind of saw the very same thing that we were seeing, and was, was very interested by it. Yeah, I think Leroy brings up a good point. It's like I think that they do migrate. You know, um, they would follow game trail. You know, the deer, elk, moose, whatever migrate, they're gonna follow that. They got to stay fed. They're huge hulking creatures, but then again, I do also believe that they are mainly subterranean creatures, and so then they would have to stick close to um, cave systems, which of course we have not mapped out all the cave systems in the United States, not by a long shot. Actually, Kathy, I think I just saw that post on Facebook right before I got on here. I don't know. Is that so strange? Hey, Kentucky Bigfoot, Tennessee Kentucky Bigfoot, welcome to the group. Well, I don't know, Kathy. Is that so strange? I mean, do you think that, considering where you live, I mean, you're backed right up to the Ocala National Forest. You seem to rarely go out without coming back with something, some sort of video evidence of something. These creatures most likely know who you are. And, you know, it's not unlike primates, to sort of, they're curious creatures. I mean, maybe I don't mean to freak you out or anything, but maybe one of them followed you home, you know? Yeah, I mean, you haven't seemed to come up across any sort of malevolence so far. I don't think that. I tend to think that you could put these creatures in the same category as, like, the Florida black bears. They're just not really aggressive. Opportunistic, maybe, but not really aggressive. I don't think I would be terribly concerned. It's very cool, though. So when you see the fence, like, I don't know if you have a chain link fence, but like you'll see a big sort of U-shaped dip in the fence, and that's when they stand up and they come down on the other side of the fence, and their fat stomach like pushes the fence down to the ground, and they keep going. So if it's in that shape, then yeah, you might consider it to be a bear. But if it's different, then who knows? I don't think I've had a chain link fence in Florida that didn't have 3 or 4 dips in it, from some bear pushing it down to the ground. Hey, I'm curious, Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot. Did you happen to watch the Les Stroud Survivor Man Bigfoot series? If you did, I have a follow up question for you. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you're not listening at all. Who knows? 10 people. You guys are awfully quiet out there. If anybody has anything else to add to the group, throw it out here. Question, comment, anything. All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you didn't get into them. If you continue to watch, I think you'll find them interesting. And one of them they did was in Tennessee. Um, and Scott Carpenter was, of course, part of the episode, you know. And they caught a set of Scott Carpenter and his team. They do a lot of things like, and this was years ago before he got into the religious aspect of it, but they would do a lot of things like gifting and whatnot, and it was very interesting. But one of the things that they caught that I thought was the most interesting is they caught a set of vocals. It was a pair of vocals, and they seemed to be agitated or angry. They were sort of yelling at each other, and they sent the vocals off to an analyst, and the analysts come back and said, yes, it's definitely a dialect. It's not a dialect that we know, but it is two creatures actually speaking. And listening to the audio, which I would love to post on this channel, but if I did, I would get nailed by Discovery, so I can't. But you can find it on YouTube somewhere. Somebody that doesn't care as much about their channel as I do. It sounds like two feral humans to me. Like, it doesn't sound like two Bigfoot talking to each other. The vocals just, it sounds like humans. And I was curious if you have an opinion on the existence of feral humans. Chimps are pretty smart, man. I mean, I think, I think, I don't know if it's smarter than I was, but it's definitely, I think that chimps act more on instinct. Whereas Bigfoot, I think, is a little, they've been around longer, they've been around humans longer, they're a little more subdued and decisive in their ways. So if that makes them smarter, then yeah, I would think so. There's a handful of creatures on Earth that you should be afraid of. And honestly, like, chimpanzees are one of them. I don't think chimpanzees get near the amount of respect that they should. Bigfoot raised in Tennessee? That sounds like an interesting story. Now, what is this, like a story, or is there some sort of documentation of this, or is this just something that you have to know, or you know, if you're in the know, basically, like, you know, so if you're from Tennessee and you know the story, then you know it is gospel. But I've never heard this story before. I will do that as soon as I have the opportunity. And I'm not doing this. I will check that out. That sounds like a good story. You know, I love the Bigfoot lore and the story of it all, and all the stories that come from. I mean, they come from Native Americans. They come from uh, Henry Hudson, from the Tibetan monks. I mean, the stories are endless. But it, I think that one day, the way that the saga is going to end is that somebody somewhere is going to bag a Bigfoot. Whether it's accidentally or on purpose or whatever, I think they're either going to trank or kill a Bigfoot. And if they can get it past the men in black, that would most likely stop the operation from going public. Then I think that they could, if they have a live specimen, they could get it into a zoo. Or if they have a dead one, well, I really don't know. Chances are they probably wouldn't get too far with it. Yeah, I looked up that case, that whole thing, that guy, the governor, Justin, what's his face? Um, he put it out there. There's no bounty. I mean, he put it out there as a way to get families to go outside more and to hunt and to do this and that. But the truth of the matter is, what he really did is he put a lot of people in danger. If there's guys out there that that go out there with a shotgun, thinking that they're going to take down a Bigfoot and drag it in for a $3 million reward, I mean, not only are they mistaken about the reward, but they're mistaken. I don't think that they have the talent, the skill to do so, and certainly not the firepower. Yeah, absolutely, Chad. I mean, I think that on our Patreon channel, we did a video about cryptid corpses, and I think that there was more than a couple of those that were legit. We're doing a second video as well. I can't do anything post-mortem here on YouTube. YouTube has restricted me so badly lately that I'm thinking about just leaving YouTube altogether and going a different direction. But I believe that honestly somebody somewhere, yes, they have killed a Bigfoot in their life. And chances are they were afraid of the repercussions, not knowing if it was legal to kill this creature, Sorry. not knowing if it was legal to kill this creature or not. Most likely, bury it in a shallow grave, under their barn or something, and we'll never know about it. But there was a guy. There was a guy on Joe Rogan. I don't recall his name. Forgive me, but he was an older guy. He spent a lot of time in Venezuela, in the jungles, and more power to you. But he said that the tribes that live in the jungle there, he said that they will be within 5 feet of you, and you just won't even know it. He said they communicate with owl sounds and jaguar sounds and things like that. He said you just don't know that they're there. And I feel that this is your typical Sasquatch, Bigfoot, that they're there, but you don't know it. Holy smokes. I'm sorry, guys. The most talking I've done in the last week. I've been tested for everything from COVID to SARS and nothing. But think about it. Let's just say that you are, I don't know, you're in the woods and you stumble across the body of a Bigfoot. I don't know, died of natural causes or killed by another Bigfoot or whatever. Killed by a hunter and they ran. What the hell would you do? I mean, how would you contact anybody to get it outside of, to get it out into the media, out into the world? I mean, I think you would be stifled, before you could do anything. If you called the police, the very first thing they're going to do is call the FBI, and you're done at that point. They're going to tell you that you found a bear, and that was the end of that. But you would think there would be some sort of, Bigfoot hotline that led right to Dr. Meldrum or something that you could call, but so far, nothing. I don't know, surprise me, Chad. Well, Kathy, I am glad that there are people like you in the world that are willing to go out into the Ocala National Forest and the Green Swamp at night and do this sort of research. I'm not built that way. Like I said, I appreciate that there's people like you around to do this sort of thing, because if it was left up to me, I think we'd just leave it unexplored. Hey, we appreciate you stopping by Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot. It's always good to have you here. Stop back by every couple weeks. Every other Friday we do this live thing. Glad to have you. Yeah, I'd like to feel better too, Kathy. Going on about a week now, and I'm about tired of being sick. So hopefully I'm on the downslide of this thing, and I'd like to get back to making videos, but it's hard to talk right now. You know, Chad, I can't blame you. I mean, I just can't. I don't know if people understand exactly what nature is like. You know, it's very brutal. Um, I'm fortunate to be from Florida, so you know, as long as you avoid the occasional alligator and you don't get too close to a mama black bear, there's not a whole lot else in Florida that's going to kill you. Maybe a couple of poisonous snakes you got to be careful of, but if I was, you know, if I was in like the real forests, you know, and I mean, no, there's nothing. If I heard a black, if I heard like a grizzly bear, there's nothing in the world that would get me to go out there and investigate, you know. So same, you know, if pitchfork. I don't think a pitchfork's gonna get you too far, buddy. Can you imagine running up on an 8-foot Sasquatch and you got a pitchfork in your hand? I'm not sure what I do, Kathy. I think I just have to get the hell out of there. I don't think I would. No, I don't think I'd stick around. I'd gotta get it out of there. Maybe I would have to take some pictures. I don't know. You know, I mean, I heard if you want to call it a howl, bellow is probably a better word, but when I was in Pennsylvania on vacation, I heard that. And I mean, it was amazing, you know, it was amazing to hear, and I flipped on everything I could to record it, but it, of course, never made another sound, but no, there's no part of me that was going to get up and head out into the woods and go have a look. No. That's his territory. I don't go in the ocean with the sharks, and I don't go into the woods with the Sasquatch or the bears. Frankly, like the big grizzly bears, man, they scare the hell out of me, and rightfully so. Those things are just terrifying. Well, Chad, you just have to hope that the Bigfoot doesn't find you to be cute, you know. And start carrying a camera with you, man. If you've had two encounters, what is that in your lifetime? I guess. I think I would. I'd be looking for pay dirt on the third. Man, what is that? The company that is absolutely just. It fell out of my brain. If you get a picture, like a genuine picture, there is money to be made. God, I cannot think of the company. They own like all the pictures, like the good pictures. Everyone's. It doesn't matter what category. They have a category for everything, but they own like all the pictures. Like, where do you live, Chad? Approximately. Yeah, Chad. There's quite a few reports out of Arkansas. I want to say that Monogolan, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, the monster, I think that's out of Arkansas. You know, Kathy, I love the ocean. I love the ocean from a hotel balcony while I'm drinking a beer or something, you know, or I mean, I don't mind going down and get my feet wet, you know, and stepping into the ocean, but no, I have no desire to go swimming anywhere in the ocean or doing anything like that. It's Not my thing. I was born in Florida too. There's not too many natives around. Well, you know, Chad, I will touch on mermaids. Actually, more accurately, mer people. Um, I think that at some point during our evolution, some primates decided that it was easier to live in the forest. Some decided it was easier to live near the beach, near the ocean, and in the ocean. And the more time you spend in the ocean, the more time you learn to hold your breath and you develop, things that you need in the ocean, therefore adaptation. And yeah, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility to believe that some of these creatures now reside in the ocean. Um, they don't look like Ariel from The Little Mermaid, though. I mean, they're scaly and they're gray and they're cold blooded and they're like fish, but they're humanoid. And I think we've seen quite a bit of evidence to support that. So yeah, I'm gonna go yes on mer people. Now, if you want to talk about Kraken, sure, why not? Big squid, yeah, absolutely. We know more about the surface of the moon than we do about the ocean floor. So there's a lot of stuff down there that we have no clue about. It's funny, I've never really taken a huge... I do have an interest in mer people, but I've never really taken a huge interest because I've always just sort of considered them to be real, like, I never really questioned whether it was real or not. Like, I figured the ocean is so huge, and we know so little about it. I'm like, oh yeah, there's just tons of stuff down there. Squid. I did see that squid footage actually. I did. And what about that thing that they found like at the bottom of the trench that like I don't even know. It was like you couldn't really call it an octopus or a squid, but it had like a circle head and it had like really really long tentacles. Um, it's just the bottom of the ocean is just alien to us. If you're a fish and you get like caught, that must be like an alien abduction to us. You swim along with your buddy. Next thing you know, your buddy's gone. You're home later, drunk, telling everybody else about it. Alright, everybody, I'm going to take a little pause for the cause. Alright, and I'll be back momentarily. You guys better have tons of interesting shit to talk about when I get back. Yeah, I love calamari. I guess that counts, right? Have you guys seen that thing on? It's on Google Earth. I don't even know. I'd have to go find it. I'm not really sure how to even reference it, but basically, like they take Google Earth down to Antarctica, and there's this like little island, and they zoom in, and they zoom in, and they zoom in into like this hole in the island because it's all ice, you know. And they're looking through this hole on Google Earth, and they can see this massive beak shaped thing, you know. And so it's presumed that this is a giant squid, but much larger than we've ever even thought about, because I mean, you can see this thing on Google Earth like you can see, you know, the Empire State Building. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if it's definitive at all, but it's kind of cool. And I think if there was a giant squid, I mean, hell, that's where it would be, is in Antarctica. So that's, Chad, it's actually not a photo. Um, it's it's on Google Earth. I guess you could argue that it's not accurate from Google Earth, you know, but yeah, you can actually use the Google Earth app and go there and look at it. So, Kathy, in your travels out there, have you ever come across a bar? I think it's called the Ride Around, right along. It's a Steeler bar. It's supposed to be out in the middle of Astor somewhere. It sounds like a cool place, but I haven't been there yet. No, I mean, it sounds familiar, but I can't say that I'm familiar with it. No. Actually, one of our listeners, Ryan from Monster Radio, has a weekly pod. I shouldn't say weekly. I'm sorry. He has a podcast, and he does episodes on a lot of obscure type cryptids with his partner. And one of the ones he did was about the Gugway, and that was a Bigfoot type creature, but they have more of a baboon style face, and apparently it's sort of a sect of Bigfoot. Fish human hybrid? No, Chad. I definitely have not heard of that. But given the subject and the name, it sounds like Chinese, Japanese lore. Being from Florida, I've heard a lot of, how should I say it, stories about lonely pirates encountering manatee. And, well, that would be the birth of could be the birth of the mermaid lore. Yeah, absolutely, Kathy. I do. I feel that, just like in any other sect of the animal kingdom, females put off a certain like set of pheromones to attract males, and males do the same thing. To us, I feel that this is a stink. I've never smelled one in person, but they say it's like a mix of rotting flesh and trash and skunk. Now, to a female Sasquatch, that might smell like Valentine's Day, you know. But yeah, I think they do smell different. There's so much that we don't know about this creature. It's anybody's guess, you know. I'll tell you what, folks. It is always a pleasure, but I think I'm going to take my sick ass to bed and try to get rid of some of this ick that I've got. But I appreciate you guys joining me. Every other Friday, we like to do this thing here, so please join us again. Kathy, I think we'll have maybe one more before the conference. Maybe two. I don't know if you'll be there for the night before the conference, though. But yeah, so maybe one more before the conference. But we'll talk about more on that night. But like I said, I appreciate you guys joining me. Yeah, Chad, there's a big conference going on here in Florida. The Kathy, what's it called? It's the National Bigfoot Conference in Florida or something like that. Dr. Meldrum's going to be there. Our very own Bigfoot World right here is going to be hitting the stage before Dr. Meldrum. Kyle Blackburn, Ron Moorhead. A lot of big names going to be there. It's going to be a cool thing, good time. But I think as for tonight, I'm going to shut it down. I'm getting tired, folks. It's very nice, Chad. I think they're going to do great. I think that they have a lot of great things to bring to the table, and I think that they're going to be recognized at this conference, and it's going to be good to see, one of our own. I'll try to take some video, a lot of pictures obviously, but at least I'll try to take some video and I'll post what I can on YouTube. Alright guys, thanks a lot for joining us, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Hopefully we have a new video out by then. Thank you. I will try to feel better. I appreciate that. And until then, this is J Mac, and I'm out.